But I want to tell you about a couple of big things. So I have been working on something in 2025, which I don't think I can actually tell you about just yet based on when this is being released, which is so mean. Imagine trying to talk about a win that I can't actually talk about. But it has been, I think personally for me, one of the biggest challenges, one of the hardest things that I have done in my career. I was going to say life, maybe also life. And I found it really hard and had many moments where I was like, I don't think I can do this. This feels really awful. I cried more times probably than I can count. But isn't it funny how with some time and some distance, you can look back and go, wow, I'm really proud of that. Whereas in the heat of the moment, you're like, this is awful. What am I doing? I'm very proud of myself actually for that and for saying yes to something that genuinely scared me and really not thinking that there was a way that I could do it. And I realize I'm being so cagey and I'm so sorry. All will be revealed soon and it will make complete sense. But being genuinely sure that I was not capable of doing something, which I realize and recognize is like deeply ironic, given that that's what I tell you to overcome when it comes to money. But like this shows up in so many areas of our life. And to know that I was terrified and was sure like I didn't have the capacity, the skills, the ability to do something, and then to sit on the other side knowing that I've done it and to look back and go, wow, we are capable of far more than we give ourselves credit for. And it's okay to feel shit in that middle messy bit. But when you come out the other side, you can look back and go, I'm really glad I did that. I'm actually really proud of myself. So that was a really big personal, professional thing for me. I would say it was like a win and a massive challenge if I look at how it impacted my 2025 for a whole variety of different reasons. I am also aware that I've spoken about this on the podcast, but like I had a pretty challenging year in terms of not achieving some of my business goals and my personal goals because some things came out of left field. And so again, I said at the top of the episode, it is okay if 2025 didn't land exactly as you had planned. I am, my friend, right there with you. And as someone who loves achieving goals and who sets pretty tough goals to begin with and stretch goals, and I like work pretty tenaciously to achieve my goals, to have to sit with the really uncomfortable reality that I was not going to achieve a goal like quite early in 2025, realizing shit, my year is like completely veered off course and we aren't even into Q2 yet. That was hard. And I beat myself up about it and told myself that it was my fault, when actually, if I was an outsider looking in at what was going on, I think it would have been very different for me, because I would have gone, well, hang on, this isn't fair to beat yourself up about, because this was completely unexpected and this was totally left field and like you didn't have control over X, Y, and Z. And so why I'm telling you this, not only as a reminder to myself, but I think it is important that as we set goals, not only are we realistic, which I need to be better at, but we give ourselves grace when life takes us off course, especially when they take us off course when we know that we didn't have a hand in that. So in March of this year, I went in for some day surgery, allegedly day surgery, some investigative surgery is probably the right way to put it. And they did investigate and they found, and I ended up with a diagnosis of stage 4 endometriosis, which had like kind of gone all throughout my body, which I was not prepared for, even though that's what I was in to get checked. And something called, I can never say it properly, adenomyosis, I don't know how you say that. And basically a grapefruit sized growth that was inside of me, which no one picked up before the operation, that was impacting some of my organs. And so what followed from March was like 10 weeks of hell, actually, and in and out of hospital multiple times because there was some really serious complications and obstructions and things that were going on. And I was really upset at myself. But I was not able to work. I wasn't feeling great, as I'm sure you can imagine. And so, you know, sometimes in life things just happen. And like me, who is just like, I can soldier on, needed to realize I actually can't soldier on. And I felt frustrated at that process. And it cost me so much money. It cost me so much money. Just as like an aside, I know that this is meant to be goals of 2025, but I just want to sit with the fact that sometimes your goals need to be reimagined, a la my 2025. I think I paid like $9,000 out of pocket for this surgery in March, let alone the impact to revenue for my business. And also I had to have some additional like urgent tests, CT scans, etc., privately when there was some complications a few months later, because the surgeon needed to know that day what was going on. They cost me like $1,500 and I couldn't get any money back. So that was a big challenge for me that like really, I would say, definitely knocked me off course. But then I look at my 2025 and I'm like, wow, I have achieved some really big things from a business perspective. As I said, this big project that I am going to tell you more about soon, and I can't wait to share more with you. I had some family stuff happen, and despite all of that and the cost and, all the medical stuff, I'm still here. We've survived. I've survived, and I've come out with a much stronger sense of just how much grit I have in me, just how important it is to surround yourself with people in your life that are going to literally, and when I say this, I mean this, like literally drop everything at a moment's notice and be with you when you need it. And like, I don't know, I feel like in these times, there are many people who cannot say that they have people who would drop everything. And I this year have tested that. And it turns out that yes, I have a lot of people who will drop a lot of things to be with me in those moments. And I feel enormously grateful. Like, that is goals. Because like, money is important. But like, being able to have people in your life to share those moments with, I think is worth a lot. A lot. So yeah, this year has definitely taught me a lot about radical acceptance and just being kind to everyone, because you just never know what the hell is going on behind, that facade. And to be so grateful for all of the things that I have, including my friendships. And that painfully annoying reminder that I was taught in 2024 came back to haunt me again in 2025. And I just want to tell the universe and you all that I've learnt my lesson and I don't need to learn it again in 2026. And that is that health is wealth. Health is wealth.